Hello. Um, Today I'm gonna be showing you my Stick War Legacy card game. I posted some things on Reddit, but you can check it all out here on my DeviantArt. Um, I just wanted to kind of promote it a little bit and kind of talk about what's been going on with it. I haven't worked on it in a while, but I do remember some things. And also, I kind of wanted to get some feedback on it. I want you guys to go on. If you have thoughts about this, please, I'm begging you, go on my DeviantArt, comment what you think needs to change, what you like. Literally everything helps. Like I want this game to be perfect, and I want to legitimately print it out and make it a real game. So if you legitimately want to help with this game, make it a real thing, comment. Go on here, comment, give me feedback, help me work on this. But without further ado, let me actually show you what I have. So at the start of the game, you're going to choose an avatar. And each avatar gives you a little boost. So miners automatically collect an extra card. Cards have become the miner's gold in this game because I couldn't come up with a gold mechanic. And I didn't want math involved. I want this to be a card game you can just kind of pick up and play instantly. Just explain a few rules and bam, everyone in the group kind of understands and gets it. Just a quick, fast-paced, just pick it up and play kind of game. You don't have to explain a whole bunch, and that's the kind of game I like personally. I don't want to do a bunch of math. So, Sword Wraths do extra damage, Archidons do extra damage, Spiritans get to use 2 actions, Magic Hills get to summon minions, and Giants can roll 2 dice on the same attack to deal more damage. And depending on which avatar you choose, you get your designated statue, and the statues don't have any real difference between them except for their look. You don't get to do any more damage, or they don't give you a buff or anything. They're all just the same. Then we have the skins. And I'll explain this a little bit real quick before I go into the units. So each one, you put it on a unit, and they get a little buff. So the other ones are pretty self-explanatory, but I'm gonna give you a look into the ice damage and the burn damage. And be aware that I'm still working on this game. This game is still in progress, so I don't have everything figured out yet. If you think something should work a certain way, go on to these cards, tell me how you think they should work. And you can always comment in this video as well. So ice skin. Let me click on that. Ice skin, so the ice damage, when you do an attack, so let's say you place your ice skin on a Sword Wrath. So let's say you do a jump slash. You roll a 5, you do 3 damage. Now you're gonna roll that same die, and now you're rolling for ice. And I haven't fully figured out how ice damage is gonna work, so I'm thinking maybe if you roll even, you freeze an enemy unit and they lose a turn. That's what I'm thinking right now. But let me know what you think. So then lava skin gives you burn damage. Burn damage is a little bit different. I'm trying to still figure out how that will work. I was thinking of making it do damage over time, but that's a little bit more complicated. But I do have an idea for how it could work. So what I'm thinking is, because if I just do it does extra damage, that's what the leaf skin does. I was thinking maybe roll a die to do another damage. So let's say you place lava skin on Spiriton. Spiriton deals 3 damage, and then you roll the die again. Let's say you roll a 5, you would do that much extra damage. So you do 8 damage. Add 5 to 3, you do 8 damage. The other thing I was thinking was, because burn damage usually in games lasts over time, so maybe you make the enemy unit that's being attacked, you roll a die. They have to roll a die for 2 turns, and attack themselves. That's also an idea. But let me know what you think. But without further ado, let's get into the actual part of the game. The units. So, there's the Miner, Swordwrath, Archidon, Spiritomb, Magikarp, Giant. Those are your main units. And so these 4 just do damage, and then Miner and Magikarp are special in that they can summon cards. So Miner summons any card. They mind to collect cards. They can summon any card. Now, my idea is that Magikarp could do the same thing, is they can summon any card from the draw pile, or they could only summon minion cards. But that would require making a separate minion deck, which just seems kind of, I don't know, it seems a little weird. But also, this game is meant for 2 players, but you can very well have up to 6 players because there's 6 avatars. But that's up to you. So 2 to 6 players. But 2 usually works about the best. And then you have your commanders. So you have Lavish, Xiphos, Xenophon, Shade, Rathnar, Sicklebear, Kaichu, Arctis, Icaron, Atreus, Spiros, Zillaros, Magus, Thera, Petra, King Zarek. Apologies if I pronounced any of those wrong. I was speaking fast, and also I didn't bother looking up how to pronounce them. But hopefully I pronounced them correctly. And then I decided to include the dead units. So we have Dead, Pouncer Dead, Riser Dead, Toxic Dead, Archidon Dead, Spiritomb Dead, Dead Kai, Kai Rider, Marokai, Reaper, Massive Dead, and Stone Giant. And you can look more into what their damages are later. But let me talk about that real quick before I move on. So, I have had people on Reddit, when I posted these cards, tell me that they think some of the cards are unbalanced. So please go on the unit cards, look at them, and tell me what you think. Do you think they're unbalanced? Do you think a specific card is too powerful? Do you think a specific card is not powerful enough? Do you think something's unfair? Tell me, what do you think? And if you like something, if you think, wow, this card's really balanced, good job. If you think you like the design, just literally anything helps. I worked very hard on this, and I want feedback. I want to hear thoughts. Because I need testers. I need people to tell me if they think that this is a good idea. But moving on, here we have the spell cards indicated by the gems. So these cards are little boosts. So you have Message in a Bottle, collect cards, raise gold, collect cards. Mostly these are the collect cards. You have Training Haste, collect double the amount when collecting cards at any time this turn. Miner Hustle, double the cards collected by miners this turn. Strength, roll a die and add that much damage to a unit's attack amount. Deadly Toxin, inflict poison onto a unit. So these are just little extra boosts. Then we have the opposite. We actually have, I don't have a name for these yet, but I'm kind of just calling them bad luck cards as of right now. But basically, opposite of a spell card. If you draw this, something bad happens to you. Riches to Rags. Discard 2 cards of your choice into the discard pile. Boulder Crush. All your giant type units instantly die. And let me actually talk about that, because here we have the last 4 cards right here. All of your Spiritomb type units instantly die. All your general type, not commanders, sorry. All your general type units instantly die. All your dead type units instantly die. So, dead units, pretty easy. These are your dead units, right here. The ones that are green and have a zombie. General units, easy to clarify. They have a yellowish orange. These are your general types. All of your giant types, that's a little bit different. This is a giant. That's a giant. That's a giant. Pretty easy to differentiate because they literally have giant in the name. So that's pretty easy. Giant. Little bit, Kai Rider I would probably count as a giant because he's riding a giant. So I would count that as well. And then, you have the one that kills all your Spearton type units. That's a little bit different. That's a Spearton. He has the shield and the helmet. Spearton dead, pretty obvious. You have your regular Spearton, obviously. Golden Spearton. Golden Archidon does not count, despite that he has a Spearton helmet. Still an Archidon. And then Atreus counts. Spearos counts. So yeah. I might make cards to make all Archidon units die as well. Sorry, Bullseye. That makes all your Archidon units that start dying. Sorry, I meant Swordwrath. Maybe Swordwrath, all units die. So like Swordwrath, let's see, Clubman would count, Xiphos would count, Xenophon would count. I think it probably would count. Sicklebear, maybe. Rathnor would count. It's a little bit different. That's probably why I haven't made a Swordwrath one, because it's a little bit different. But Archidon units dying, so Archidon, obviously, Golden Archidon, Castle Archidon, Kaiju counts, Arches counts, Icaron counts, and then Archidon dead counts. So those are your Archidon units. So those ones would die if you grab this card. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the game so far. If you have any ideas, like literally, I'm talking anything. If you have ideas for the game, if you have cards I should add to the game, look at all these spells. Tell me what spells you want me to add. Tell me if there's a spell you think is too powerful. If you think a bad luck is too bad or something, like just anything. Honestly, I'm really passionate about this. I want to make this a real thing. And I have really, really loved the Stick War community. They have been so helpful in helping me make this and balance this. And I just appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for helping me make this. So please, if you want to help me make this, link is in my description to my DeviantArt. Comment on these cards. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. And also, I've also tried making. Let me scroll up to it. I also have a Danganronpa card game. If you want to help me make that, remember, link in my description. You can go check that out as well. And I have a video about that, which I will link at the end screen. So thank you for watching, and I hope I get to see some comments from you guys. Thank you.